Hello Exile, welcome to my today videos about PoE 2, and in today's videos I'm gonna bring to you guys the fully progress of my 0.3 concept. In this concept, I will challenge myself in learning, practicing, and also get to know one of the strongest services in PoE 2, the trial of Sekhema carry. The aiming point of this concept is I'm gonna start from zero knowledge, zero everything about the carry services and Sekhema trial to a professional services provider of Sekhema carry trial. And as you guys all already know about that, GGG has released Act 4 in 0.3 and also the interlude. So, nothing like normal. We have to spend lots of time to get through the campaign, and it's even more harder, of course. It's for me too. We have to defeat in total like 64 unique bosses, and because of that, it takes me a lot more than like the time usual. It's almost one day to get through the campaign. I know that they're trying so hard on the background of the story of the game, but outside of that, the campaign eats a lot of your time to just start a real gameplay, meaning mapping. And back to the concept, I'm at zero knowledge about the trial of Sekhema. I know some of you guys may think that you already have a full ascendancy in the previous league, so you should have to know about the trial yet. But I would say this is different. Why? Because Slinger services is more than you running it for yourself, and also it's harder to go from the build or the playstyle you don't know, right? And in this 0.3, I'm choosing that I lightning arrow for myself to doing the concept. The reason is very simple. As you already know, in the teaser, there's spoiler from GG, as we all knowing from that I will 100% become a strongest ascendancy ever in the game. And in the middle of the progress, I have facing this. The one like I actually don't know what it is come from, and this one. I don't know, like, is it the boat or looting or the story behind the scene? I believe some of you guys may facing this one too, and it just explode the boat and you die immediately without any hit and any like
what? Yeah.
Warning. Yeah. Now we're back to the Deadeye. It's not just because of the prediction of Exile World about Deadeye. Reason I have choosing Deadeye because the tailwind, the skill speed, and far shot are a good combination for the bosses in the 4th floor to avoid getting hit and die. So we will have less chance to fail because as a services provider, you cannot fail the boss's fight. Before we're talking into the boss fight of Sekhema, we have another thing has to getting through, and I believe lots of you guys are stuck with its motherfucker for hours. There's Word of Master as Medi Faden Prince, which is gonna facing it here. This guys. And again. And again. And not lucky this time. Still die. Another die? No, I'm trying to run myself around a circle, and I thought that is okay. This time I can defeat him. Now he's saying no. Yes, and again, even you far away. And also another faces. So after multiple times, I'm asking my friend to come and finish. Finally, we can finish that guy. Yes. So after we finish everything, finally we can start doing the services, right? Is that so easy? No, you still have to get yourself through another thing before you can defeat the final bosses of the Sekhema, which is called the preparing room. So, before we can access the boss room, we have to get through all the preparing room, and during the run, you will have a lot of chance to fail the run like I did here. Yes. Bam.
Man.
And, yes, another one. Again. And not yet there. Another one. It look like pretty harder. I'm trying to get myself through and accidentally get. And after that, dying a lot on a trial, I finally get myself the 2nd floor bosses defeated and the 3rd one too. So for the 2nd floor bosses defeated, you're trying to get yourself in a good angle of the other area and then shooting both of them. Try to avoid getting hit. And yes, the first time is very harder as always. So the same here for the third one. You try to get yourself a good position, and you need to get into the middle to activate the bosses. And for this one is a little bit knowledge I will sell later. So after doing solo all the bosses, I have start myself a service which is start carry the small amount of clients for each bosses by group of 2 carry. What is 2 carry? Meaning me and my friend is gonna shooting on the bosses until you die, instead of like doing solo, because if you're doing solo you may lack it amount of damage. So doing more people in your party is gonna increase amount of life for the monster. That's why we need more carry than only me. And of course, first time always the hardest time. So the same here for the 4th floor bosses too. Me and my friend also hitting the bosses here. And the point is, if you got 2 players, you got enough amount of damage on the bosses. And the next step after this one, if you finish this one with 2 people or carry, then you're trying to do yourself as a solo for everything. But before of that, you need to do like a things, call it a math or science, what is call it. You do bobbing. And so after you got all the numbers ready, you're trying to do carry all the clients by yourself, and of course start by the small amount of client. In this cases I had 3 clients, which is I carried by myself, only solo in bosses fight. And yes, I've luckily not failed it. And after all, I have to do the math science to get enough damage to carry all the party. So meaning full party, and me, the guys, is only the one who's shooting the bosses. As you can see here, I got 6 men in the party, including me. So I carry like 5 people, 5 clients in my party. And this run, I have to play carefully, really carefully. Like none of these mistakes are allowed. You have to shoot very carefully, like perfect time, perfect in any skill, because like you running in a full party carry, then the boss gonna increase amount of life is a lot. And yes, this is a better run I have in slot, and I want to record it. Of course, like you don't want to record a fail run for people to watch, right? Yeah, the same as me here. And yes, after the concept was done, I realized that it was a fun thing to try to learn about a new thing, and also it's the first time I put myself 100% focus on the progress. And after the progress, the result told me that nothing is impossible. If they can do it, you can do it. Yes, and after the concept, I have myself some knowledge about what it is good, what is bad, what is the stupid mistake to avoid, and some trick for you guys. So yes, I will list down for you guys if you guys want to do the same thing like what I'm doing here. So what is good? You need to get yourself a good relic setup, which is a good combination of reduce my chance price, boss tag increase damage, and honor resistance or maximum honor. Try to get yourself a good boon which are increased damage, monster has less life, and increased effect of non-unique relics. Other boons is not important, just need above 3. If you can get a fully review the run is pretty happy to have, but it's not a must one. Okay, and what is bad? The bad is avoid to get affliction, which is call it affliction unknown. You and your minion deal less damage. You curse with Antibo, which is gonna reduce your damage rate. And you not always get the room you select. That's also being dangerous because it's gonna give you a chance to select which is a bad affliction mentioned above you don't want to get. And try to not get cannot restore honor in the 4th floor. In the previous floor you can get it because it's gonna finish, it's gonna remove the affliction until you killing the bosses. And what is the stupid mistake I made? From my knowledge, before dodge roll on the trap, you need to get yourself a good position and try to not shaking your hands. Of course, yeah. And do not stay too close to the monster or the place they're gonna spawn. Sprints only be used while you already know where you're going. In the boss fight of the second floor, after defeat both of that bosses, stay on the stair until the boss effect finish. Otherwise, you're gonna get burning or hitting from the ice spike. In the boss fight of the third floor, don't run too far from the boss fight because he's gonna follow you and you're not gonna damage because all of your damage resources is from the combo of lightning rod and lightning arrow. So if the boss is not standing there, you have no damage. And in the boss fight of the fourth floor, getting hit is mandatory. Don't try to try to have less unnecessary move to have fully time on bosses damage. Get one or maybe two hits is not letting you die or the client died. Yeah, and then some tricks here. In the boss fight on the fourth floor, first phase you burst them on the boss until he moves. Then burst again to force him fly into the middle of the area. Now you have to be in a very far away from the center area. Get yourself in the right or the left corner, which is fit your wealth or have the most smooth feeling, and then you are in the best position for damage on bosses. After 3 times the boss shooting the lightning beam, if you cannot defeat him, now problems. You have to pick up at least 3 clock on the ground, and then after you pick up that 3 clock on the ground, try to dodge through very carefully at the exact time before the boss touch your head with a mustache finger. This is the unescape phase, but you can still escape that one if you have a dodge roll on time. Then you are available to kill him after that. So that's all about the video of today. Hope you guys like it. And again, if I'm missing anything or say anything wrong, please note down comment, let me know about that. I'll fix in the next video. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.